What's up, Golden Gamers? You've come to the GG Melee YouTube channel for plenty of reasons. Fun challenges, sick gameplay, or expert analysis. But today we're going to give you another reason to stick around. Life-changing advice. We asked you on YouTube community and Twitter, what life situations are you needing advice for right now? And I'm here to help you out. The first question is from Bryce Stockslager on YouTube, and he asks, first off, as a clinical psychology doctor in training, oh my god. Alright, good start. I often ask myself, what would Zain do? Second, I imagine as someone whose career involves constant competition, you may experience a lot of ups and downs emotionally in tournaments. What sort of ways have you developed to cope with these experiences that have or have not worked? That is actually a really good poignant question, Bryce. Yeah, so obviously with something as turbulent as competition, you're gonna get a lot of highs and lows when it comes to like emotional states. The joy of winning is so just, there's nothing like it, and then losing just feels abysmal a lot of the times. But I think for me, and I've talked about this before, what's really important to help mitigate those kind of disparities and feelings is to have things outside of the game and in life that can bring you joy. So whether that's friends, family, other hobbies that are like just kind of light, that just bring you joy in those ways, that's really important. And just taking time to relax and unwind for yourself, I think in any profession, if you can and if you're able to, is pretty crucial. So that's what I'd have to say to that. To you, Bryce, doctor in training in clinical psychology. I feel like an asshole. Okay, we got one from Kazoo on YouTube. Dear Zain, I just started dating a girl 3 months ago who's really just the bee's knees. Okay, I already got some advice for you, but let's keep the question going. That is to say, she's electrifying. Okay, never mind. This guy's a hoot. This guy's amazing. And I want to get her a good Christmas present. What should I do? Love, Kazoo. Man. Well, if she really is the bee's knees, as you say, I can't tell you what she likes, you know? You gotta be a good listener, Kazoo. You gotta pay close attention to what she tells you on a day-to-day basis, and that way you can kind of curate the best gift possible for her. If not, I can just send an autograph. I know it's not a big deal, but you know, I can help you out, Kazoo. I'm sure she knows who I am. Anyway, much love. Okay, we got one from Jack. I know Jack. We saw each other at Apex. This one's on Twitter. He said, Zain, if you ever clog a toilet, come on, man. If you ever clog a toilet at a friend's house before you head out, do you tell them or do you just blame somebody else? What do I do? Why did you phrase that last question like it was happening in the present? Like it was an active situation that you needed advice for? Because you switched from like potential to immediate present tense, so that's pretty concerning. But anyway, if this is a hypothetical situation, come on, man, you gotta unclog it yourself. You don't even listen. You ask them for the plunger. You say, hey, you're upfront about it. I fucked up. I'm here to fix the situation. Let me unclog this toilet for you because I did it to you. So you don't blame somebody else. Unless, maybe I would do that to Ed, actually. That would be pretty funny. You know what? If there's someone there that just really pisses you off sometimes, maybe you should blame them. All right, next question. This one is from Dead in Sky on YouTube. How do you decide between glasses/no glasses, beard versus clean, and any other active presentation choices? Ooh. Okay, so I actually haven't worn glasses in tournaments since like 2019, I think. And the only reason that I was wearing glasses at that time was because I had an eye injury that I needed to not wear. I couldn't wear contacts anymore. So usually I always prefer contacts because I think I just look better without glasses. And then beard versus clean. I generally like my beard just from like an aesthetic point to be like trimmed. I think right now is a little too much, but sometimes I will say when it comes to competition, I like my beard to be really full, and I don't know why. It's something primal. I keep saying primal, but when my beard is like really big, I feel like I just enter a different state. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Hungrybox is onto something, and Mango too, so it's just a melee thing. But yeah, usually my go-to is no glasses and trimmed beard. Next question. Cumulus Cirrus on Twitter asks, what's the best way to take care of a drunk friend? Ooh, That's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe I'm an asshole. I feel like I'm also really drunk when other people are drunk. Oh my god. I think this question is making me learn a little bit about myself. I think the most important thing that you can, I'm just gonna be real here. Make sure they keep drinking water. If they do fall asleep, make sure to turn them on their side. That maybe that's getting a bit morbid, but if they yak, you know, you want to make sure that they do it on their side. That's some real advice actually. I learned that one in school. I don't remember why, but that's some real advice. All right, next question. I don't know about this one. Jim Bob the Wise on YouTube asks, Zain, what would you do when the professor calls you to the board to lecture to the class about the assigned reading material, which you haven't read yet, for a senior level math class? Did this happen to you, Jim Bob? Well, if you are really Jim Bob the Wise, then you should be pretty prepared for that situation, because pretty boastful name if you ask me. But yeah, if you haven't read it, then you just gotta kind of wing it, man. You ever take some improv classes? Yes and is key. Don't stop talking, that's for sure. Just keep writing variables, right? Because it's math. Just lots of letters, lots of numbers, and never give anyone else the chance to talk. That's like the key to teaching. Make sure no one asks any questions. As long as you keep talking, nothing can go wrong, and you gotta kind of dominate them with confidence. Hope that helps. All right, I'm gonna read your name in a very graceful way. Your rat cunt on Twitter asks, Zain, I'm having trouble getting my limit of crabs every time I go crabbing. Do you have any bait recommendations? I don't think you could have asked a worse person this question. I've never even used the term crabbing. That's the first time I've ever said that in my life. If I did have to pick a bait, hold on, let me think about this one. Is crabbing like fishing? I think I have a question for your question. Like, that's where you like take the net, right? And you get a bunch of crabs. Am I crazy? Yeah, it's cages. Do crabs even take bait? Maybe use other crabs. Is that dark? Next question. From Sandals on YouTube. I just got bonded. What should I do? You came to the right place. You have two courses of action here. So, number one, you can just act really, really sad and make him feel bad for bonding you. Like it's a bad thing and that he shouldn't do it. Just make him feel bad for bonding you. Like, kind of give him this look. Don't even say anything. Just kind of be like, just make him feel really shitty about it. Or number two, pretend that you don't care. Just right off your shoulder, you know? Just be like, and what? I don't even know what bonded means. I don't know why you started this thing. Why are you such an asshole? Why are you wearing those sunglasses? I hate getting bonded. Next question. Shonen7 on Twitter asks, how would you deal with competitiveness in a group of casual friends? I find satisfaction in being good and winning at games, but end up hurting feelings indirectly. Should I sandbag to maintain the group dynamic even though it hurts my experience? Ooh, this is actually a legitimate good question. I do not think you should sandbag. If you're a person that likes being competitive and getting better at things, I don't think you have to change yourself to try to placate or pander to people who need to work out their own things with competition. Having honest talks about it outside of the context of competition could help, because you definitely don't want to be like, I don't know, playing a game of Mario Kart, beat someone's ass, and then be like, so why are you so salty when you lose? Like, that's definitely not the move, because if it's someone who's actually a close, good friend, they'd be willing to listen. I don't know. It's not on you to change yourself in this way, so keep winning. Next question. From Change on YouTube, what factors should be considered when purchasing a gaming pillow? I'm glad you asked. I got mine right here. First things first, you want to look at the texture. Texture is key, because sometimes you're gonna be short sleeve, right? And you want your arms and elbows to feel like really, I don't know, just really soft when you're playing. You want to check for the firmness of it. You don't want it to be too firm nor too soft. Getting the right in between, the Goldilocks feel, is crucial. Next, you want to make sure. Now, a lot of people might say, Zain, your pillow is nasty. Do you wash it? What's going on here? Little do people know, this is a case. There's a zipper here, and this is the actual Tempur-Pedic pillow. So I can just zip that up, take it off, wash this. You want to make sure you're able to wash it, because that is a thing that I do. That is an important factor. So I'd say those three things. If you're solid on those fronts, you got yourself a good gaming pillow. Next question. Garian on YouTube. Zain, semicolon. Oh, no, that's just a speck on my screen. I thought he's semicolon me, but that's just a comma. Zain, how do I tell someone that I'm not interested in them romantically, but that I really do appreciate their vibes and want to be friends? Can it be done? Should I just lose that potential friendship to be fair? I don't think... No, you don't have to lose a friendship. I think... Oh, this is a hard question. It absolutely can be done. I think full honesty in a non-dickish way is important here. It's definitely like a rough thing to have to do. Can't force anything, right? Like, you are who you are, you have your feelings. And if a friendship is something that you want, I think you can tell them that honestly. And if that's not something that can be done from their end, then you have to also understand and have some empathy there. So hopefully that helps. Rough situation. Mr. Chismoso on Twitter. How do I tell my girlfriend to stop trying to hold my hand until we're married? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You could do that thing where you're like, oh, my hands are just like really sweaty. But then she'll just think you have sweaty hands all the time. So that's kind of the economics behind it. That's what we call a trade-off. So it depends. You can come up with a lot of excuses, but at the end of the day, you know, maybe just hold her hand. Next question from Not Norman on YouTube. Hi, Moki. Hi, Moki. Any advice for dealing with a training partner who gets carried by his character? It's challenging to stay motivated when you have to work so much harder than the person next to you. Why does it say hi, Moki? Is this part of the bit? Or is this... this person's already in my head, Not Norman. But I'm just gonna carry on and pretend like I'm answering the question directed towards me. So, any advice for dealing with a training partner who gets carried by his character? It's challenging. Is this about me? Like... Nope. I'm not gonna let this get in my head. Martha's not easy. Martha's hard. I earn my victories, okay? Not Norman. I don't know what you're trying to get at, but you're being a real asshole. Next question. There is no next question. I hate Not Norman. That was awesome. I'm still wondering why he said hi, Moki. It's really in my head.